Welcome to Saturday Morning Tutorials!
Alright, so Dr. Slow said that our reality is getting a little squishy, which just means we have to find all the squishy points and avoid them.
So what do you propose we do? Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah. I need you to go find all the squishies. So just go out there and try and keep your molecules together.
Okay.
And try not to get atomized. Good luck, buddy.
Right.
I count 5. I think 6. That was 6. Good job, Adrian. I think you found all of them. Can we do it one more time though? Because we forgot to mark them.
Guys, the week before last, we made a promise to you. Do a flashback sound. I was thinking more like
That does it. We decided that the only tutorials we're going to make from now on are umbrella related, so Mary Poppins, that's a good one.
and beyond that, we can't really think of any, so help guys, leave a comment.
Please.
An umbrella related tutorial.
This was a terrible decision for the company, but we are committed.
Our audience trust us to make umbrella related tutorials from now on.
And everybody, I am so sorry to say that we have to report to you that, well, we just haven't kept that promise.
But that ends today. It ends today, Chris.
We're unbreaking it.
Today we're going to show you how we did 5's teleportation effect from the Umbrella Academy. You guys watching this? Let us know. Leave a comment.
Who's watching this show?
Hey, you watching this?
You watching? You got eyes on this show?
Leave a comment, answer this question. You watching this?
Who watching this? Our first example shot is this one right here. We have the footage of Adrian looking like a dork, pretending to fall forward. This shot was done with a moving camera. We accomplished this by using a Janky Boy 2.0.
Dang.
Yeah, you guys remember the first Janky Boy from the Infinity War Disintegration Tut? This is his slightly less janky son. The Jank legacy lives on.
Jank Dynasty.
I'll stand here, and when you're about halfway through your move, I'll push through the space-time continuum, and you'll come do a gentle stop.
Cool.
So it's like a smooth, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Right down. Yeah. Right?
We gotta track this shot, so let's apply the Mocha effect and hit that big fat Mocha button to send the clips to Mocha.
Who you calling fat?
Draw an X-spline on the background as close to your talent as you can, but without overlapping them. In our case, we made sure to include the ProductionCrate logo in our track because the bricks themselves are a pretty repetitive pattern which can confuse Mocha. Mocha's not as smart as you guys. As the clip tracks, you can pause it as your talent moves around and adjust the spline to prevent it from being overlapped by the talent too much. Animating your spline will not negatively affect your track. Don't even worry about it, bro.
Yeah.
Don't even worry about it, bro.
When that is done, close out of Mocha and in After Effects, click Create Track Data. Highlight Layer 1 to turn it on and hit OK.
Okay.
Make a new null and select it as your Layer 2 export 2. Change the export option to transform and apply that export.
Parent your clean plate to the track and it's time to line it up. I'm gonna teach you 2 tricks right now. Ready? First trick to make this easier is to use the pan behind tool to move the layer's anchor point onto a sharp or very noticeable feature like the purple corner of this logo, and then line up that part with your background first. The second trick is to temporarily change the clean plate to a different transfer mode. This makes it so that identical pixels will turn black. Now you can scale and rotate the layer until the whole thing turns black or as dark as you can make it. And it's all gonna rotate and scale around that point, which we already know is matched up correctly. After that's done, go ahead and change it back to normal and just mask around the parts you need to get rid of the talent. Fortunately, I don't have any talent to get rid of in the first place. But got me.
Self-burn. Unfortunately, this means you're gonna need to roto out your talent as well to put them back on top. The good news is this only needs to last for a few frames. In our case, we rotoscoped about 1 second's worth of footage.
Next, we need a little additional roto to help separate out the body parts so we can control which order they are animated in. This could be a bit more loosey-goosey. On a new solid, we'll draw a mask around the front arm and keyframe it for a few frames. We'll animate the mask expansion to animate the arm in. We'll also do the same for the head and the torso and the back arm, staggering those keyframes so that my whole body animates in from front to back.
Watch this, guys. I've been juggling oranges for 15 years. No brakes.
Oh.
They're up behind my back. I'm gonna bounce it like a hacky sack, and I'm gonna knee it into my other hand. Told you. The next thing we need is an outline to add a glow around this transition. Drop your rotoscoped comp into a fresh comp and we'll apply a stack of effects to get this to work.
First, it's gonna be a fill to turn everything white.
Now that everything's white, add a solid composite to turn the background from transparent to black.
Add a fast box blur and just turn that up a little bit, man. Just a little bit.
Add a tritone, we'll change the midtones to white and the highlights to black, and now
What?
we got an outline.
Whoa, whoa. Yeah. All right, let's put a fractal noise on top of that to break it up a little bit. If it's too uniform, it's gonna look all fake and dumb.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah.
Fake.
One more fast box blur to just soften it up slightly. We'll also want to fade this out after the transition is over so we don't have just a glowy outline hanging around for the rest of our lives. We don't want
Weird.
that.
On top of that, we're gonna use the CC light rays effect to add some like some rays of light. I don't know what those are called. Just animate the center point to follow part of the outline. And that could be a bit loosey-goosey. You don't have to be too meticulous about it. You can go ahead and mess with the radius and the warp softness and the shape and the direction until you find something that looks dope as heck to you. We actually did a few instances of this to get rays coming from multiple parts of the outline.
We also want a slightly different version of this to use as a displacement map later on. We're just gonna duplicate the comp and change the name of the new one to something with the word displacement map in it. Just add a tint and tint the blacks to a 50% gray.
In your main comp, drop these light rays either above or below your rotoscoped guy. We put ours below so it wouldn't look as flashy and over the top, but just put whatever looks best to you, man. It's your thing. Put a tritone effect on it and change the colors to some pretty blues. Below it, add an adjustment layer and apply the displacement map effect to it. We need our displacement map layer as well, so grab that and bring it in below everything and poke its eye out. Poke its eye out. In the displacement map effect, select that layer and turn up the displacement amount until it looks dope. Using these light rays as displacement is how we're going to get these cool folds, like we're wrinkling space-time as if it's made of fabric. This is cool, trust us.
Super cool.
We're two cool boys, trust us.
Yeah.
We know.
Find the back through that ring light. Oh. Count it. Count it. Can I try one?
Yeah.
Over the shoulder, onto the floor. How are you gonna mess this up? Oh! 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 We are not done with displacement yet. We also want to add some pinching and bulging to the background. Add a new adjustment layer below the one we already have and apply, you guessed it, the bulge effect. We actually want this to start before the talent is even on screen. Keyframe the bulge height starting at 0 and move forward until the talent starts to appear and animate it to -1. Then move forward until they are fully materialized and animated up to +0.5. Then move a little forward and bring it back down to -0.25. Then again to 0.2 or so, and finally back to 0. That's gonna give it this cool warbly a word? Sure it is. Warbly,
like
bouncy look.
Yeah,
whatever
really know
you
how
want.
to describe this.
It's a warble. Highlight these keyframes, hit F9. That's gonna ease them.
Well, that sounds super easy.
Yeah.
If you need to tweak the timing of this, you can grab all those keyframes and move either the first or the last one while holding down Alt, and this will move all the keyframes in relation to each other. If you need to tweak the amounts, we can do this with an easy expression. Alt-click the stopwatch and type value times 0.5. This will cut all your bulge amounts in half without having to change all your keyframes. Change that to value times 0.2 and the amount is now doubled. Math to the rescue.
You can also animate your horizontal and vertical radius. Is it radius? Radial? Radius height?
It's definitely radii.
Radii. You can also animate your horizontal and vertical radii down over time to make the affected area shrink. Also, we usually keep the bulge as a perfect circle, but in this instance, we found a lot of these shots look better. We make that circle a little bit wonky. For the sound design of the squishies, we use these cool water swell sound effects, which we also used in the water bending tutorial, and we use these lightsaber sound effects for some cool electric hum sounding type stuff. If you like links, check the links below for those sound effects, and also let us know who your favorite link in Super Smash Brothers is.
That's really it, but there is an endless amount of variations you can do. You could shoot your actor on a green screen like we did in these shots. Pop, pop, 2 pops because there's 2 shots of their show. We recommend a pop-up green screen if you can get one so that you can shoot in the same location to keep your lighting consistent. Besides keying out the actor instead of rotoscoping, the rest of the steps are going to be just about the same.
That's true. We did one more shot where we wanted to show Adrian really moving through the fabric of space-time. This isn't the same look as the effect in the show exactly, but you know, we're teachers. We're gonna teach you how we did it.
So generous of us. You guys should subscribe. Anyway, this was done with a big fabric green screen. It was an old one with wrinkles and stains that we don't use anymore. We clamped it to these big stands and then actually cut a hole in it.
Fit through that, Adrian?
Whoa.
Is it working?
I'm definitely
coming out of a rhino's butt.
Yes, 100%. This is rare footage of the birth of Chris Kelly. All right, we got it. Tutorial over.
That's a wrap.
Everybody go home. Yeah, so we actually cut a hole in it for real so that I could actually walk through it. Maybe walk isn't the right word. Maybe I should say so I could stumble through it like a monster.
Whoops. The edges of the green screen are visible and we still have to do quite a bit of roto on this shot to get to work. But once that was done, we were able to isolate parts of the screen itself and use the wrinkles as a displacement map to get some more realistic fabric wrinkling in the background.
Like we said before, it is a different look from the show, but now you know how it's done. Oh, and that 3D orange, we're gonna be giving that away for free.
What?
Digital scurvy is a real issue, but not anymore. Link in the description.
Yeah, eat your oranges.
People.
All right, next week we'll be back with the end of the world. Yeah.
Sounds made up, but it's true.
It's true. It's what is
That's what
what's
we're gonna
going
do.
down. Have a good rest of your weekend and
Let us know in the comments, what are you doing with your Saturday after this?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not even Saturday for you. Maybe, what are you doing with,
Life.
yeah, what's going on in your life? How's your life going? Tell us in the comments.
See you later.
All right, bye.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Chris Kelly here with Production Crate. You guys watch those videos yet? Pretty cool. Make sure to subscribe down there. I think I'm stuck. Adrian! Bro, can you help me?